it's Ashley. So quick little rundown of how this is going to work. I'm going to give you a quick description of the exercise. I'll do a little demonstration, give you your instructions, your cues, and then I'll ask you to hit pause on the video, and I'll have you do about 12 to 15 of each exercise. Once you finish those 12 to 15 exercises or reps, hit play, and we'll move on to the next exercise. So that's how that's going to kind of work. The other thing is with your kind of home your home gym cable pulley system. I think I kind of know how that works, so I'm going to kind of demonstrate with this band. So some exercises may not work exactly like I think they will. If it's not and you can't get it set up, just shoot me a text message or something and we'll modify the exercise. Because again, just based on the picture, I think I kind of know what you can do with it, but I'm not 100% sure since I'm not there to kind of play with it a little bit. So let's get going here. I'm going to have you grab that single 25-pound weight to start, and we're going to do a set of squats. So holding that weight at your chest. If the 25 is too much, you can drop down to your next heaviest weight, but just keeping it at your chest. I would recommend doing this kind of in front of a bench or a chair so you know you're in good form. You're going to think about reaching back with those hips to the chair, standing up tall. We're not sitting down, we're just reaching back and coming up. Keep that going 12 to 15 times. We want to keep the weight in our heels, our shoulders relaxed, our core strong. Just holding that weight. Perfect. 12 to 15. Go ahead and hit pause and then come back and we'll get going on your next exercise. All right, next exercise is going to be a set of push-ups. You can do these a couple different ways. You can either do it on a counter, a railing, against the wall, or you can do them on the floor on your knees. I'm going to demonstrate both ways. So if you want to do them on the wall, hands are going to be a little lower than shoulders. Walk those legs back. We're just going to inhale in, exhale, press it up. Inhale in, exhale, press. Whether you're doing it on the wall, a countertop, or on the floor, the same principles apply. You want to keep your back really straight the whole time you're moving. So notice my back's not dipping or hiking. We're keeping everything nice and straight, keeping that core engaged. Inhale down, exhale up. 12 to 15, just like that. Hit pause and then come on back to me. All right, your next exercise is going to be a row. So what I'm going to have you do is, it looks like on those cables, you have a couple different attachments. I want you to attach one of the handles to two cables. Or if there's only one handle and one cable, we'll do it one arm and then the other. But essentially, I'm going to step on this band so the cables are coming from the ground like it looks like they are on your home gym setup. So handles, cable. I want you to step back far enough so that the band is straight and your arm is straight. There doesn't necessarily need to be tension. We just don't want there to be slack in it. And what I want you to do is I want you to row up and reach down. Rowing up and reaching down. So again, you're going to be kind of coming from the floor, which maybe this will be better demonstrated against the door. So again, it's going to be kind of coming low to high. Palms are going to be facing each other. Pull those shoulder blades back and reaching down. Again, so as you pull, we don't want to shrug our shoulders up. We want to keep this back nice and flat, our chest open. And again, if you only have one handle and one cable, the way that sets up, just give me 12 to 15 on one arm, and then give me 12 to 15 on the opposite arm. All right, go ahead and get going. Hit pause. All right, Jeannie. We're going to use that same kind of setup. So same handle, same cable. Again, if you've got two, perfect. If not, we'll do it one at a time. We're going to turn those palms up to the ceiling this time, tall posture, and we're going to bicep curl. So with those cables, we're curling up and rolling down. So you can do both, or you can give me 12 to 15 on the right arm, and then 12 to 15 at the left. We want to keep our elbows pretty close. We don't want our shoulder doing all the work. We don't want to be lifting up. We want to keep this upper arm nice and stable as we curl. All right, 12 to 15 bicep curls. Hit pause and then come on back. All right, Jean. I'm going to have you grab probably 2 of your 5-pound weights. I am going to be demonstrating with these. and we're going to do a tricep extension. So what you can do here is arms are going to go straight up. We're going to keep our elbows kind of close to our head, so no chicken wings out to the side. We almost think about squeezing our temples with our upper arms and then lifting straight up. So we're going to inhale, take it back, and exhale, kick it up. 12 to 15 times, keeping your posture nice and tall, taking those weights overhead and then lifting up. All right, 12 to 15 just like that. Hit pause, and then we'll move on. All right, our next exercise is what I call a clock lunge. You don't need weights or anything for it, which is going to be body weight. So what a clock lunge is we're going to do a rear lunge, stepping back. We're going to do a side lunge, stepping to the side, and then we're going to do a front lunge coming forward. So that is one set, one rep right there. Rear, side, and front. You are going to do 5 of those on each side. So the things I want you to think about, when you do your rear lunge, I want you to step back for me, and notice I keep this back leg nice and straight, and I lower my body over my front leg. So I'm in this nice straight line from heel to the top of my toe. So all the weight's in this front leg. We're not shifting our weight back as we step back. We're keeping all of our weight centered on this front leg, and we're just reaching out long. So that's going to be your rear lunge. For your lateral lunge, when you step out, we're going to shift all that weight to the side. So again, this leg's going to be straight. You're going to get a nice little stretch, actually. Kind of sitting back in your hip, almost like a single leg squat, and then standing up tall. For the front lunge, we're going to step forward, shift all that weight forward, and then stand up tall. So, rear, step it back. Side, shift to the side. Front, step it forward. That's 1. 5 of those on each leg. Hit pause. We'll move on. All right. We're going to move it down to the floor for a little bit for these next couple exercises. And pardon my kind of rough video skills here. This is kind of, we're playing it by ear. So what I'm going to have you do is I'm going to have you lay down on the floor. Hands are going to be behind your head or across your chest. Here comes my helper here. She thinks she's supposed to be in all these videos. Come over here, Maggie. Come over here. Good girl. Sit. Good girl. Stay. Okay. Hands are going to be behind your head so you're supporting your head or across your chest. I prefer behind the head. Find your neutral spine. So keep those hips anchored, and we're going to exhale and crunch up and inhale down. Hi, Maggie. Sit. She's really confused by all this. Sit. Maggie, sit. Sit. Hey. Maggie, sit. Good girl. Stay. So, exhale, crunching up. Inhale, rolling down. Again, as you crunch up, you want to focus on really pushing your hips into the floor so that it's just this rib cage kind of tucking down. Give me 12 to 15, and then we'll move on to our next exercise. Good girl. Yeah, that's a good girl. All right, for your next exercise, you're going to stay on the floor. We're going to do a single leg hip bridge. So I want you to cross one ankle over a knee. Keep your shoulder blades relaxed, your hands on the floor beside you. We're just going to lift those hips as high as we can and tap down. Lifting up and tap down. Keep that going. We're going to go 12 or 15, and then we'll switch legs, and we'll go 12 to 15 on the opposite side. All right. We're going to stay on the floor for one more exercise. My notes are over here. That's what I keep looking at, by the way. We're going to bring our legs into tabletop. So knees are going to be over our hips. Our chest is going to be relaxed. Our shoulders relaxed. Hands are going to be at the side, so we can kind of press our palms into the floor for stability. We're going to tap our right foot down and then our left. So again, if you notice, we're moving from my hip and not the knee. So we want to alternate legs, moving from that hip, tapping those toes to the floor, and then pulling up. Inhale as you tap down. Exhale as you lift up. Keep that going. 12 to 15 per side. Hit pause. On to the next. All right. We're going to go back to grabbing that single 25-pound weight. And we're going to be holding it at our chest once again. What I want you to do is step really wide for me. So stepping wide with your toes turned out away from your body a hair. Weight just at your chest. And again, notice how wide my feet are. They're not hip width, they're much wider. We're going to sit down in those hips and stand up tall. Sit down in those hips, standing up tall. Perfect. Keep that going. Squeeze those glutes as you rise up. 12 to 15, sumo squats. All right, we're going to go back to that push-up, Jeannie. We're just going to change it up a little bit. So where the first push-up, our hands were wider than our shoulders, this time we're going to bring them in just in front of our shoulders. So again, not wide, but right in front of our shoulders. And we want those elbows just to graze our rib cage. So this time as we lower down, where our hands are going to be right in front of the shoulders, and as we lower, those elbows are going to just graze our rib cage. So no chicken wings like when we normally do a push-up. We want to keep it in low. Pressing up, coming down. Pressing up, coming down. Same concept though. We want to keep that back nice and flat. We want to keep our core nice and strong. Inhale as you come down. Exhale as you press up. And again, we're targeting that tricep this time. Give me 12 to 15 reps. Hit pause. And then we'll come back and we'll move on. All right, Jeannie, so we're going to move on to the horizontal row. So what I mean by horizontal row, in that first row, we had our palms facing each other. So same row, we're going to attach those cables down low, we're going to put the handles on, but this time I want those palms facing down, kind of towards our thighs or the ground. So again, not towards each other like our first set, but turned around. And we're just going to row up and stretch down. Rowing up and stretching down. So the first time when we were doing this row, again, palms were here, we were pulling up like this, so you can kind of see my elbows are going straight back. This time we're going to turn those hands and we're going to kind of pull up and out a little bit, really opening that chest and pulling those shoulder blades down and together. So we're going to go 12 or 15 reps just like that. Opening that chest, pulling back, inhale down. Exhale, row. Inhale, stretch. Perfect. Go ahead and hit pause. Knock out 12 to 15. Moving on. All right, Jeannie, go ahead and grab 2 of your weights, and I'll let you kind of pick your weight. We're going to do a set of hammer curls. So we're going to bicep curl, but our palms are going to stay facing each other. So tall posture, again, so that we're not moving around a whole lot. And with those palms facing each other, we're going to curl up and roll it right back down with control. So notice as I'm lifting, I'm not kind of letting those weights swing. I'm not letting my body rock with it. I'm keeping those elbows in close. I'm controlling the lift, and I'm controlling the lower. Exhale as you come up. Inhale as you roll down. Give me 12 to 15 hammer curls. All right, Jeannie. We are going to move on for one more exercise. So what I'm going to have you do is I'm going to have you finish up on the floor for me. So coming on back down. We're going to have our hands on our side, legs straight up to the ceiling. We're going to lower one leg and lift, lower the opposite and lift. Inhale as you lower, exhale to come up. Keep that spine nice and neutral. So what I mean by that is as you lower, a lot of times that back is going to want to arch up and down. Really keep that tummy strong. Pull that rib cage down. Pull your belly button down into your spine as you lower and lift. Press your hands into the floor to keep your shoulders relaxed because your shoulders are going to want to shrug up. Really keep them relaxed. Keep that going. 12 to 15. All right, Jeannie. So that is your first workout. What I want you to do is after you run through it once, start all over back at the top and run through it one more time. So you'll actually do 2 sets of all of those exercises. Again, if you have any questions about modifications or something doesn't make sense, call me, text me, email me. You know how to get a hold of me. And that's workout number 1. Thank you.